Yuta Okkotsu should be dead. Yeah, you heard me right. His character should be dead. In this video, we'll be covering binding vows and the exact reason why Hakari Kinji, and for some, Maki Zenin, should be the current strongest sorcerer. Binding vows are a confusing topic when discussing the power system. It's something that you can make a mutual contract with others to ensure that they hold their side of the bargain. It can also be imposed on yourself for a temporary boost in strength and exchange for something of equal value. For those that have watched Hunter x Hunter, binding vows are similar to conditions placed on a person to amp up their nen abilities. For example, Kurapika placed a vow on himself to use his change L on no one other than a Phantom Troop member. Due to this internal agreement, he ensures that his ability is almost unbreakable, and if he uses it on anyone besides a Phantom Troop member, a small knife will stab his heart. Similarly, those that have placed vows on themselves end up having to pay a price for an increase in power. Let's take one of the most recent examples, Miwa, who performed a binding vow on herself to never swing a katana again for a chance to attack Kenjaku. Now, in chapter 244, it is declared that she can't even use a sword again, otherwise she'll die because of this binding vow. By applying this logic, as we see during the night parade of 100 demons, Yuta promised Rika that he would give his life in exchange for enormous power. This led up to the overwhelming blast that he fired at Geto, leading up to his demise. By placing this vow, he himself was aware that he would have to give up his life to Rika once the fight between the two of them was over, which was also stated by Maki after Yuta woke up. Despite that, Yuta was able to escape his promise with Rika by not giving up his life. There are two potential reasons as to why this is the case. The first theory is that as he was the one who placed the curse on Rika, by accepting who she was, he was able to lift the curse which was placed on her, avoiding any sort of repercussions that he would have experienced, suggesting that she did persist. This would explain why Gojo stated that he lifted the curse at the time that he did, rather than sooner, as Yuta had to come to terms that he was the one who placed the curse on Rika. The second option is that the binding vow is still present, as stated by Yuta that he was going to give everything, his future, his heart, and his body, to Rika. This sounds very similar to what a person would say as their wedding vows. For example, till death do us part. This would suggest that Yuta will have to live his life alone without giving his heart to anyone else besides Rika. This would also make sense, as although the curse has been lifted, Yuta is able to summon Rika at will, suggesting that Rika will always be at Yuta's side until he dies, meaning that he will never be able to have a relationship in the future. Considering the direction that Gege could have taken with Yuta's binding vow, and what he could do in the future with this character, with Hakari or Maki taking the cake, fortunately it does not seem like Yuta is looking for love and is happy flirting with his ghastly sidekick. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and possibly subscribing, as I regularly cover Jujutsu Kaisen content and other animes on this channel. Click the left side of the screen to see why Yuta versus Yuki is a lot closer than you think, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.